Hi, for this video what I want to do is show you how to use a tree diagram when you're problem solving. I am going to use a 4-step approach to problem solving in this one, where we go through 4 different steps. Step 1 is to understand the problem. Step 2 is to come up with a plan for solving the problem. Step 3 is to actually carry out the plan, and then step 4 is just to look over your work to see if everything is complete. So what we have in this one is 5 runners are competing in a 1-mile race. Prizes are awarded only to those who finish in first or second place. So only first and second place are going to receive the prize. The prize for first place is larger than the prize for second place, which means coming in first is different than coming in second, so that the order is important. And we have 5 runners who are competing in this race: Ben, John, Sam, Javi, and Mike. How many arrangements of first and second place are possible? So again, step 1 is understanding the problem. Part of that is reading through, which we already did, and I went through and I organized. So understanding the problem is finding out how many ways to arrange first and second. That's what we're looking for. We know that we have 5 runners. Those 5 runners are Ben, John, Sam, Javi, and Mike. Okay, so that's what we have, and we're trying to figure out how many different ways that first and second can be assigned. So step 2 is to come up with a plan. Okay, the plan that I have come up with is I'm going to create a tree diagram to show all of the possible ways to assign first and second to these runners. Okay, so that's our plan. Step 3, we're going to carry out the plan. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and list all of the possible first place winners. So either Ben, John, Sam, Javi, or Mike could come in first place. So first place, I'm going to write first. So it is possible that, and I'm going to save space. I don't want to take up too much space. So Ben could come in first place. John could come in first place. Sam could come in first place. Javi or Mike. So this is what is possible for our first place winners. Okay. For second place, anybody but the person that came in first could come in second. So since we have Ben listed, we could have John could come in as our second place winner after Ben. Sam could come in second place after Ben. Javi or Mike. So if Mike comes, or if Ben comes in first place, it is possible to have either a Ben and John in first, second, Ben and Sam, Ben and Javi, or Ben and Mike. And then we're going to just continue the same thing for each of the runners. So the white is going to represent second place. So if John comes in first place, we could have Ben come in second place. We could have Sam in second place, Javi, or we could have Mike. If Sam came in first place, it is possible that Ben could come in second place, John could come in second place, Javi, or Mike. With Javi in first, it could be Ben, It could be John, Sam, or Mike in second place. And then the final one is if Mike comes in first place, we could have Ben, John, Sam, or Javi come in second place. So basically what we did is we just looked at a tree diagram to help us see all of the possible combinations of first and second place. So now we want to know the total, and basically what we have is we have 5 different people who could come in first place times 4 different people who could come in second place. So we have a total of 20 different arrangements. And if you've taken a stats class or you've talked about the fundamental counting principle, essentially that's what we just did, is the fundamental counting principle, that if I have however many people for first place times however many people for second place, so that would really speed up this process, that you could just use the fundamental counting principle, but I wanted to demonstrate how you can visually show the ways that people could be assigned to first and second place when you have 5 runners. So step 4 is always just to check back through to make sure that you have found what you were looking for. And we did go through and found the 20 different arrangements. We also listed out how those arrangements can possibly happen. So we did go through and do exactly what we were looking for. With problem solving, it is always important to check back through to make sure that you found exactly what you were looking for and that you solved the answer that they were asking. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. If there are additional topics that you would like me to cover, please let me know that as well.